welcome to the inaugural episode of Between Two Foxes, a new show where I'll highlight the amazing talent of our Marist community. Today, I'm honored to be joined by Erin Doughty, our new head women's basketball coach. Erin, it's fantastic to have you here with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So while you're our new head women's coach, you have been here at Marist your entire adult life. You started here as a student and as a walk-on on the basketball team. You became assistant coach, assistant head coach, and now head coach. Former coach Brian Georges thought so much of you as a player and as a potential coach, a leader, and a basketball mind that he couldn't even wait for you to graduate before he asked you to join his coaching staff, which you did your senior year. What was it like to be a coach before you had even graduated from Marist College?
Well, there were a lot of interesting factors. I lived with 3 of my teammates. The MAC Player of the Year was my roommate. So, sometimes if she was, being coached hard at practice, I had to go back and share a room with her in the afternoon. So there were some funny things like that. But it just kind of gave me confidence in that my head coach thought I knew enough to be an assistant and to help the team. And, I'd always said that my goal in being part of the team was to do whatever the team needed. And, for 3 years, it was getting people water and cheering on the bench. And then my senior year, they needed someone to step into that role. So I was excited and happy to do so.
Did you know at that time that you wanted to be a coach, or did Brian kind of surprise you with the ask?
He did surprise me. He came up to me before our first practice. We used to start the Friday, October 15th, whatever, closest Friday. And before practice even started, he's like, Coach Debbie and I need to see you after practice. So I spent like the 2.5-hour practice thinking of like what I possibly could have done wrong or possibly could have been in trouble
Thought
for.
you were in trouble.
Yeah, and then I went up to his office and totally was caught off guard. And I kind of knew what my answer was going to be, but I'm like, can I think about this? Because I had no inkling that was what the question was going to be. But yeah, I was excited and happy to do what my team needed.
You were multiple academic all-conference at the MAC, so not only do you know what it's like to be a student athlete, but also to be top in the classroom as well. How do you balance expectations for your players for performance in the classroom while also excelling on the court?
We've been very fortunate. Our players are very driven, both on the court and in the classroom. They have high expectations for themselves. I think that's kind of a characteristic of a lot of Marist students, student athlete or not. So most of them I don't have to push very hard in that aspect. But we strive ourselves on being the best we can be in every environment. Be where your feet are and give your best in the classroom, in the gym, in the weight room. So they just carry that student athlete mentality of giving their best into that arena as well.
So what is the best piece of advice you've received over your career, and how will you take that advice into your new role as head coach?
So one of the things I use with my players and recruits is I always say, no one cares how much you know till they know how much you care. And that's kind of my mantra as a coach is to make our staff, our players, people in this building know how much I care about them. And then they'll listen to what I have to say about our craft and about basketball, and I think relationships are the most important thing in coaching and teaching and in any interactive dynamic. And that's kind of how I base everything I do is making sure everyone knows I care, and even when I have to be tough, it's coming from a place of caring.
Right. All right, Erin. So you ready for a lightning round now?
Absolutely.
Whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. It's November 9th, 5 minutes before tip-off here in McCann against Army for your first game as head coach. Yes. Nervous or excited?
Excited. Every game in McCann's exciting.
Your son Chase plays youth hockey, I understand. What is the most amount of toes you've had frozen while watching one of his games?
All of them.
Every single one of them?
Yes.
Excellent. So you're a true hockey mom, for sure.
Yes.
What is the second best mascot in the MAC?
Frankie, right? First and second.
First and second. All right, we're just going to take all the medals. Frankie's all over the podium. Marist is up by 3. 4 seconds to go. The opponent has the basketball. Yeah. Are you fouling or are you playing defense?
I'm playing defense.
Every time, or does it matter?
Yeah, well, it depends on how good of a rebounding team we are.
Okay, because I don't want to break any news for our opposing coaches here. So we'll keep it, all right, we'll keep it a little more open-ended. Zone or man-to-man?
Man-to-man, all the way.
Best Marist color, red or white?
Red.
Okay, I was trying to stump you there because you're right. Red is definitely the right answer. Give us one song in your pregame playlist.
Morgan Wallen, Last Night. It's my favorite song right now, so I'm just going to go with that.
Excellent. Now, does the team like your selections, or do they have their own?
Oh, they have their own.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're not of their generation anymore, are we? So, Erin, we share a lot in common. We both follow successors who have been here for a long time, Brian Georges for you and Dennis Murray for me. We're both hockey parents, spent a lot of time in rinks, as we've already covered. You are a Red Sox fan. I am a Mets fan, which means we both hate the Yankees.
Right.
We share that in common. Another thing we share in common is you're a Patriots fan and I'm a Giants fan.
Ooh.
So our teams have played in the same Super Bowls before.
Yep.
That went better for me than it did for you.
It did.
But the biggest thing we have in common is three-point shooting.
Okay.
You, I understand, set your high school record for most career three-pointers made. I once made a three-pointer for the Kinnelon High School junior varsity team. It was a great shot. Like it didn't even touch the rim. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So now that we've established that we're such prolific outside shooters, I wonder if I can challenge you to a three-point shooting contest. Would you be up for that?
Let's do it.
Excellent. All right, are you all set?
I'm set.
Let's start at the top of the key.
Okay.
All right, you go first.
All right, I'll go first. Woo! Good start, good start.
All right, you're up 1-0. All right, let's go to the wing.
Okay.
I understand this was your preferred shot.
This was my sweet spot. I'll probably miss. Yep, short.
That's all right. That's all right.
Oh,
Woo!
got one.
All right, not going to be shut out.
Don't call it a comeback. This is my least favorite spot. Nope. Yep.
Oh, you thought that wasn't going in. My only goal with the shot is to not hit the backboard. Everything else is a victory. Foul, short.
Champ.
I think we're good. Nicely done. Nice job.
Nice job.
All right, so I guess we have to call the three-point shooting contest a draw. So thank you, Erin, for joining us. I really appreciate it. We cannot wait for the basketball season to start. We'll be cheering you on loudly from the sidelines. Good luck, and thanks for being a guest on Between Two Foxes.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Go Red Foxes.
Go Red Foxes.